Here you are. I've been waiting for you. I am Tessa-Marie and welcome to the Morning Blessings. Today is January 27, 2020, 28, isn't it? I'm losing it. What is today? Anyway, I was away for the weekend and I got lost in the date. So, hi Stacy, what date is it today? Is it the 28th or the 27th? I don't know anymore. I think it's the 28th. Hi sister, how are you? I called you, you called me, but I went to bed. I got home late last night because they kept our flight on the tarmac in PA because the communication, so the pilot could communicate with the outside world in case we needed help, wasn't working. So it took 45 minutes for them to fix it. So we sat in that plane for a while and it was amazing. It wasn't too bad. Eventually we got going and then we got home after 7. And then I got home, no, we got landed after 7. I got home after 8. And then, you know how it is. Good morning, everybody. Hi, Betty. Good morning. Welcome back. Yes, thanks, Stacy, seeing that you're back. We're all back today. It's 8 o'clock. 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I had a really great time in PA with my son and his wife and the baby to be and all of these wonderful humans. It was really nice. So your smile, the power of your smile. And we should remember that smile is something that we have to take care of. We have to value that smile. And I've always been able to use it, and in the thinking, like, you know, sometimes it is just not worth speaking, just maybe a smile. So I know for sure our smile is the thing that disarms negativity. There's so many occasions. Those of you that know for sure that when you smile, instead of getting involved, you smile and you walk away. How many times have you done that? How many times when you look at a situation and a smile is the only way to go? So we all do it. So I want you to say, if you can, if you're bold enough to write, I remember smiling and it was a really challenging situation. And instead of getting into the challenge, I smiled at the challenge. I do that a lot. But the smile I'm looking for from you is the inner smile. It's like a piece of concrete. It's solid. Nothing can shake it. That smile. This topic is so important. A smile is a great way to start your energy. Yes, sometimes even smiling at yourself. Smiling at the dysfunction, what you're doing, and oh my God, that's what I did. Oh my God, that's what I say. Okay. You know, that's like this. Your smile is able to disarm the negative. So somebody will come to you with an attitude that you know is not going to work. You just smile and shake your head. But there are times a smile from you can empower somebody's positive. Somebody that you know is having a hard time to express themselves. And you, hey Lisa, how are you this morning? Welcome back. And I am back, thank you. And you say, you know, you got this. So you smile at that person with that feeling. You know, you're okay. You're going to make it. That will do something to you. But sometimes that is the thing that makes that person grab the situation and do it. A smile from you, okay. When everybody's expecting them not to succeed, you say you can do this with a smile. You have a dynamic smile. Let it go out there because that is your secret weapon. Your smile is your secret weapon against negativity. And your smile is also the positive thing that is like a fertilizer for those, thank you dear, for those that are having a hard time. Your smile is like a superpower for them. It's like a little bit of fertilizer. You just say, okay, you know, a little sunshine, a little love, a few words, and let that go because that helps people. So if you have an occasion where when you were aware of the power, good morning, Yoko, how are you feeling today? If you had a situation where your smile was what got you through it, and here you are, and made you confused, to, you did it, and you look at the face of that person, they don't know what to do with me, do they? Have you ever done that? So many times a smile will be, so these are the qualities that you will find in a smile. Yesterday I was talking to my dad and he said, your smile, Stacy, brightened my day. When I was feeling down, I asked if, Dad, are you okay? Well, you see, you were feeling down and he's telling you, that is using your smile you were putting on with your dad to just to encourage him, because I know you do that. And then he turned it on you and said, Stacy, your smile brightens my day. Can you believe somebody telling you that? Okay, it's your father. You might say, well, Dad would already say that. But there are other people's day you can brighten with your smile. And that is important. So look at what are some of the things that a smile can do. A smile disarms negative energy. It does. It shows, when you smile, it shows confidence. It builds character. It empowers your courage. It leaves others questioning, why is she smiling or he's smiling? It shows you are in the moment. It depicts an attitude of your words do not matter. So when you smile, your attitude is, your words don't matter. That's like what's on a dog's back. Good morning, Colleen. How are you feeling this morning? So it shows you are in the moment. The smile causes others who are negative towards you to be confused. Have you seen that? So they're so negative towards you, and then you're smiling, and they know they're ponging into you. They're putting negative words at you. They're saying things at you. And instead of you getting involved with them, you look at them and you begin to smile. You just smile. And then they will say that. I once had a lady at the bank, and when I was on Paper and Gamble, that was angry at the teller. She came to me because that was the next step up was me. And she came, she never sat down. And she was 71 years old. And she spewed and she just went on and on and on and on. And I sat there and I listened to her. And then I smiled. And then she said, your smile is terrible. I said to her, okay. And then she said, when you smile, you just make me more angry. I said, I'm not smiling at you. And she said, do you know how much money I make? I'm retired from the government and I'm working on contract and I'm working all this money. And I'm looking at her thinking, you're 71. Get a few thousands of these dollars and make a bed and lie on it or something. And she said, you must have some sort of pressure inside of you that prevents you from getting back at me. I was hoping you would tell me up. I said, me, lady, I have people to support. I have bills to pay. I cannot tell you anything. And she left. Well, I kept smiling. So you have to sometimes realize that. And your smile doesn't have to show teeth. I didn't show her the teeth. I just went, that's all I can do. And while they're smiling, look at their eyebrows, their eyes, like if it was possible, flames would be coming from their ears. And snot and everything coming from their mouth, their nose, everything is on fire. And you fall down into that attitude, you are just like them. I am smiling so much right now, being here with all my friends and family. Love you all so much. Yes, because we don't touch each other because we're not that close to touch. But you can still feel the energy. And I tell that to people. Sometimes somebody's talking with me and I look at their face and I'm hearing their words. And words is what is really hard for you to get because they're pushing it out there and it is affecting the energy. You can feel this person's energy is way down there. The way they would hold their shoulder, the way they bend their body when they're speaking. You look at them. And if you're working with somebody and they do not want to hear you, that's what they'll do. Fold their arms and push their lips up somewhere. And that is really hard because you cannot break through that unless you calm down yourself and just let them continue. So, have you ever heard this smile? What are you smiling at? Have you ever been told, what are you smiling at? Because you see, what you can see to smile at, they cannot see that. Hi, Rita, good morning. How are you feeling today? what you're smiling at, even if they're right next to you, they say, what are you smiling at? The minute you hear that, you have to know that that person is upset and angry or just plain frustrated. And you must remember that. Because if you go and you try to respond, well, what you mean, what you're feeling, what you're thinking about, what I'm smiling at, and you're going to go down the rabbit hole. You do not want to go down the rabbit hole because that's all they need. Oh, you're always this, you're always that. That smile, though, use in the way, there is always to smile. You can have a smile with your teeth. You can have a smile when you just, right? It's a smile. You're taking it in. But when they ask that question, what are you smiling at? You know that person they cannot see anything in this world to smile at. And yet, there's a lot in this world to smile at. So, if you ever had an occasion where somebody was angry at you, and you use your smile to disarm the negative energy, you're facing a challenge, and instead of, you're facing an obstacle, something is not working. I do not call it a struggle, we call it a challenge. And you smile at it. And if you go, really, honestly, you can learn to do that. Like, for example, we're all women here today, so you're in the kitchen or you're in the bedroom and your bottle of $500 cream drop on the floor, cream all over the floor. Is that going to make the cream get itself back in the bottle? No, it's just going to raise your pressure. Okay, so you want it to fall on the floor. That's my attitude. I honestly, I talk to what is broken, what has fallen. I talk to them like they're people. I go, so that was the place where you want to be. And it depends on what I'm doing in the moment, whether I go towards it and deal with it right away. No, you are wondering, why am I saying that? What I'm saying, okay, I can't give you time right now. I'll be back. So you have to choose, because this thing didn't happen in your chest. It didn't happen in your stomach. It happened outside of you. So that happened. Let's just go to the kitchen. It's the butter, the margarine, what you were using, the bottle of oil. And it fell. Okay, it fell over there. You know it's there. Are you going to ignore the flame you have happening on the stove, something is cooking, and spend time working on that? You do that, now you might have a double whammy. What is burning on the fire will burn, and you're down there doing this. When oh my goodness, and you rush. It's better to smile at these challenges when they happen. Smile at them. Pause. If you have to deal with them now, turn off the stove. If you do not pause and smile and say, okay, I guess that's where you want it to be. Okay. If you do not do that, you are allowing that situation outside of you to decide how you are going to live the rest of the day. So you have to choose. And the smile is what gives you that power. Smiling at even a thing takes away its influence on you. Smiling at somebody that is coming at you in a funny way, it disarms them. So I said, a smile disarms negative energy. When you smile, it shows confidence. Smiling builds character. It empowers your courage. When you smile, it gives you courage. Okay, I have to do this. I do not have the courage. What can I do? So it gives you courage. Smiling gives you courage. It empowers it. It leaves others questioning, why is she smiling? I can't see anything funny. You do not always have to smile because it's a comedian and humor smiling. It can be a smiling of peace. So here you are. Good morning, Rosin. How are you feeling today? So we're talking about smiling. So you are smiling. I always say, if you plan a trip, if you go on vacation, if you are visiting a friend, if you're traveling on the subway, if you're traveling on a car, and you come across a challenge, No matter what you do, the challenge is there. You have to learn to smile in the situation. You have to learn to say, okay. Like as I said to you, yesterday we got on the airplane at 4:45, and we were stuck on there until 5 o'clock because the communication with the pilot and the outside world was not working. So we sat in that plane for 45 minutes before he was able to get there. They got it fixed and get us to move. So what can you do though in this moment? So you can take your mind to where you are and see all what is negative about it. Or you can take your mind to the stillness of the moment and be grateful that the pilot had the intelligence or the training to realize we cannot move. Because if something is happening inside, we cannot talk to the people outside of the plane. So you have to smile at the discipline of that person. Because sometimes we do not even keep our own discipline. We jump out and go and break something so we can get to this other thing. And that is not how we do it. So your smile can put you in quietness. Your smile can temper anger. As I said, it empowers your courage. How would your smile empower your courage? You fell, and literally you did something, and you're afraid to do it again, and because somebody's telling you you will fail, so you say, no, I'm going to do it. You put on your big girl pants, and you smile. Okay, they fit well. I can move in them. Let's go. And that will bring a smile to your face, and that's why smiling is so important. This smile that we have causes others who are negative towards us to be confused. What are you smiling at? They're angry. You didn't do so well and yet you're smiling. It's not how well you did that's important, it's that you did. Are you getting it? A smile, when you smile of how far you have come, have you looked at your life? Look at us. A lot of you I knew when I was really young, like Betty, like my sister Dawn, and some of you I met 5-6 years ago. But some of you I met when I was in my 20s, like Betty, for example. And it was always our smile that sustained us when we were dealing with so much anger from people who didn't even know us. So, and it is the ability to have that hearty laugh or smile that disarms people when they come at you. So we have to learn to use that smile, that power. And when they said what you are smiling at, you have to look at them and say, you know what? Nothing. Because no matter how hard you try to tell somebody what you're smiling at, or say, can't you not see the funny in this situation? No. You have to pull back. Take your little smile and hold it into your chest and pull yourself back. But you have to practice the belief and set out in the morning to get that smile. Stacy said something earlier on about it. When we look at a smile, right? Let us look at our smile. A smile is so powerful, and it is so strong and funny and everything. It makes people around you smile. Even if they don't know, they'll smile right back. But that smile I'm asking you to channel every day. 3-4 years ago, we talked about it. Yuko will remember, Rita will remember, most of you will remember, Lisa. You look in the mirror in the morning and you smile. You smile at you. You smile at that face. You see, you say, good morning. And you know it's not the physical is not good morning. The physical might be achy. You might have slept with your hands under your head and it's still feeling funny. So it's not every time that you smile that you are going to really enjoy that smile. But when you put that smile on your face, they say it sends, is it serotonin, something to your body that causes your body to feel better. That is why even in the seniors' home, they have comedians come to make people smile, to give them a funny thing so that they can smile. So you have to find something to smile about, and you start first thing in the morning. You can smile because as we get older, as I said, things get tighter, which is funny, yeah? But it's not. When we are younger, we exercise to get things tighter. And now that we're older, we're exercising to get things looser. How do you feel about that? Isn't that something to smile about? Think about it. Check my muscles. The kids come to you. You go to the gym, you're doing your weight. Just talk to Yuko. She's doing weightlifting, yoga. She looks like she's made out of a little bit of muscle only, right? Nice. She's doing yoga. You can see all the muscle formations in her back. Wonderful. Good morning, Kimberly. But, so when we are young, they tell us to build our muscles, exercise, do that, right? And today, you're standing in front of the mirror and everything is tight. 20 years ago, you were working to tighten muscles. Now they're telling you, do things to loosen your body. Think about that. So that is something to smile about, because you have to remember, I spent so much time tightening myself, and now I have to spend time loosening my bones, my joints, do this, do that, drink water, get that. And I am a supporter of that. And I was a supporter of exercising and walking and yoga. I did all of that. But as you get older, the reverse now, you do the yoga, it's just to loosen. You can't do it anymore. You can sit in a chair, you get the energy, right? You have to laugh at what life does to us. They tell us to build the muscle. Then they tell us to loosen the joints. So we are constantly doing something. And that is something to smile about. So you're standing in the mirror, nobody's in there, and you barely made it to the bathroom. Don't tell me you don't have those days. And when you get to the bathroom, oh boy. And then if you click your mind, you remember, I climbed hills to get to build it, and now everything is tight, and they're telling me I have to do the same hills, I have to walk, but this time, no, it's for me to loosen the joints. And you're standing there. Life is just a circle. It's cyclical. It just keeps going around and around and around in a different way. Smile at that. My favorite, when you're smiling, somebody asked, what happened to you? You're always laughing and smiling. Are you simple-minded? Are you simple-minded? You're always smiling. So you see, your smile can cause people to think you're simple-minded. But let's look at what they refer to as a simple-minded person. Yeah, contradiction. I agree with you, Kimberly. A simple-minded person is usually a very happy person. I always told you guys the story about the king and the woodcutter. The woodcutter was really happy cutting his wood and singing and whistling, and the king and his entourage showed up in the forest and want to know why are you so happy? Why are you singing? Why are you so joyful? Why are you whistling? Look at me, I have all this and I'm not happy. Right? But then you would think the king, with all his singing, has reasons to laugh and to smile. They don't. So when they see you smiling, they say, oh, she's just simple-minded. But it's not. That flow from laughter or smiling, it makes you feel, good. Your face looks different when you smile. And that is so important. It takes less energy to smile and laugh than to frown. I know, because they are standing in their frowning and they're comparing. I have everything in the world. I have this. And look at them. Take a look at the people that are rich, that have everything in the world. There's some of them, you can feel a placidness and a smile with their energy. And then there are those that it's just, how can I get more? And they're not smiling. They do the same thing over again to get, they would pay to have smiles. But we have the power to use our smiles even when somebody tells us we are simple-minded. And we have to say, okay, then I'm happy. Because when you're simple-minded, you do have something good happening in your mind, in your life. Yes, smiles brings happiness, and it brings sunshine and joy. So, smiling is a moment thing, right? But if you do it throughout the day, you're getting the smile. Today you smiled, you had a good laugh, you watched something funny, and you're laughing. In that moment, it brings happiness. Have you noticed when you are smiling in the moment, it's not somebody else giving it to you to, like it's not a person sitting right next to you always that does it. It could be something you're watching. It could be something on TV, something you heard. It could be, a friend of mine said to me, she loves seeing the squirrels fight over a nut. She said, you'd never believe that. She said, sometimes I see them and I just sit and look and see how long they will go at it. And she said, I enjoy that. So she's enjoying this. I have two little boys on my street. They call me Grammy Tess. One is going to be 9 next month, and one is going to be 7 or 6. No, 7. So the 9-year-old is walking because he was told by his parents, check on your brother. So he goes, he's walking and he's constantly looking back to see whether his brother is following him. So the parents were talking to me. I said, I see you have Kieran behaving like a raccoon. So they said, why? I said, he's walking and he's turning back to see if Emmett is coming. He takes 5, 6 steps, he looks for Emmett. So Emmett is a different personality. He just strolls through life. He doesn't care. But this one is responsible. So you're sitting on your porch and you're watching that. You have to smile. So look at what happens. It's a kid. But if Raccoon's family is crossing a street, when they get to the other side, they stop to watch the others coming. So there's so much we can see if we just look to smile at. So much. And that is why it's important for us to find a way to smile, because the smile brings some happiness in the moment. It's in the moment. But when you are done, it stimulates your joy and it sustains you. It really sustains that joy inside of you. Hello, Angie Prayer. Welcome back. So you have to remember that. It takes less energy, Kimberly said, to smile and laugh than to frown, which is true. But every time you smile, you're pushing that happiness in the moment. You feel good. A good laugh, a smile makes you feel good, and you feel contented, and this smile persists on your lips, like, right? And then it stimulates and sustains the joy you have inside of you. Because a smile is what happens in the moment. It is a fertilizer, though, to keep that serum of joy inside of you. So we have to initiate a smile every day in the morning, preferably first thing in the morning when we go to the washroom. Realize all these smiles that are coming at us, or the occasion to smile. And sometimes you can have an inner smile. You see something and you smile. Somebody else will watch your face, see the smile, and follow your gaze. And they too will see what you see, and they too will smile. So your smile that you went and somebody is standing in line behind you or on the side of you, sees your smile and follows your gaze. In following your gaze, they now are able to take part in the smile. You understand? So look at what a simple action of yours. You saw something, you felt something, and you send that smile out towards it. And this person, oh my, and that might start a conversation. That your smile that made that person look at to see what you're smiling at, might be the only conversation that person has today. Maybe they don't have others who would talk with them. And they will say, oh yeah, that's funny. Or they'll say, and smile back at you. And that you just gave that person a little bit of the serum of joy from your cup to take it through their day. So remember tomorrow morning when you get up and you're stiff and you crawl to the bathroom, that remember our job now is to loosen what they told us 20 years ago to tighten. So that is something to laugh at. Remember, you can start at this. You know, ladies, even if you have to rush to the bathroom and you cannot stop on the way, you have to get there quickly or you'll have an accident when you wake up. That is something to laugh at. And you have to remember, all these years you would hold it forever. And now you can't hold it forever. We can't hold it forever. When it's ready to go, we have to go with it. That is something to smile at. When you could use your legs to push things out of the way, you dare do this now? And your leg might not come back to your side. These are things to remember and to smile at. Yes, they told us, hello, Treasure Planet, welcome back. They told us 30, 40 years ago, build your muscles, tighten everything up. And you get to be 65, 85, 105. Loosen everything up in the morning. It's funny. You have to see what life does. We do not have to go buy a smile. We are the smile. It's in us. The thing is to spend the time and look at how funny we are. Because yes, a smile goes a long way. I must have been around 23. I remember the man named Alan Millen was his name. And he was already a great old man, gray already. So I'm sure his bones are making, the angels are using his bones to make trumpets by now. I was at Young and St. Clair and working with the government. And he had a limp, a tall man. And he said to me, you know what? A smile goes a long way. And maybe I wasn't smiling, I don't know. And I always remember that. I remember him telling me that, and I have never, ever forgotten this. Yes, your smile goes a long way. Even if the person isn't as good as they should be to do what they do, but they say something funny, smile with them. Because that is building their courage so they can continue. That is building their confidence so they can continue. That is giving them a little bit of fertilizer so they can push through the challenges that they're facing. Share your smile. Find something to smile at about yourself. Do that. Can you lie on your back like you used to and flip your legs over? No, I bet not. But it's something that you remember. And you were so proud, hands out here, legs over there. Yes, it doesn't happen anymore. So have a wonderful and amazing day, everyone. And I am back. See you guys tomorrow morning. I make an effort every morning to loosen up my body. Yeah, we have no choice. Otherwise, we're not moving from the bed to go anywhere. Let's say hello to all you wonderful. Hi, Betty. Thanks for coming and staying. And Stacy and Arita, thanks for coming, staying. Yuko, you to Colin, Lisa, Rosalind, and Angie Pro. Thank you guys for hanging with me till the end. Have an amazing and wonderful day. Bye-bye.